and meets a certain size. And those are some of the stories we covered on WECT News at 5, in case you missed it.
Where news comes first, the Coastal Carolinas news leader. This is WECT News at 6.
Beachgoers are getting a new reminder. Not only is litter unsightly, it can kill some precious creatures. Plus, the verdict is guilty in the trial of a Wilmington man accused of murdering a homeless man in a downtown alley. Good evening. It's good to have you with us. Francis has the evening off. We'll have more on those stories in a moment. First, though, it is a make or break week for the effort to keep strippers out of a small town. A court is set to decide whether an adult entertainment club in Columbus County can reopen. Residents who live near that club are making it clear how they feel about that possibility. From Delco tonight, here's WECT's Sarah Warlick.
The Magic Moment strip club in Delco is still closed, and residents of the small Columbus County town hope a judge decides later this week to keep it closed.
Our first thanks would be to the Lord, because we've been praying for this for years. But it seems that the sheriff has just spearheaded this. Sheriff Chris Batten has on his own, and he seems to be on a mission.
Batten was at the forefront of an effort 2 weeks ago to shut down both Magic Moments and the nearby Whispers Adult Entertainment Club. 10 women were arrested on a variety of sex and drug charges. Last week, a judge cleared the way for Whispers to reopen. On Friday, a judge will hold a hearing on the future of Magic Moments. Don Lawing is the pastor of Faith Baptist Church, a short walk away from Magic Moments.
Be hard-pressed to find anyone who wanted that kind of business in this community.
Lawing says several Delco residents will attend the court hearing Friday, backing the sheriff, who contends both clubs violate laws because they're too close to schools and churches. Both clubs are located off Highway 74, and many locals say their customers are just passing through the small town of Delco.
Our community does not get a service from this kind of business. The people that go there are people who pass from Charlotte to Wilmington.
For now, though, there are no Whispers and no Magic Moments in Delco, and Lawing wants to keep it that way. Sarah Warlick, WECT News.
Now stay with WECT News for continuing coverage of this. We'll let you know what is decided at that hearing on Friday. Now to the verdict in the trial of Barry Mintz. He was accused in the beating death of a homeless man. The defense argued Mintz was drunk that night and not the one who attacked the man. WCT's Casey Gomer was in the courtroom as the verdict was announced a short time ago. She's live at the courthouse for us right now. Casey, what did the jury decide?
Jim, the jury came back with a verdict of first-degree murder for Barry Mintz. They found that he was guilty of beating Joe Bradshaw to death in 2004. But I'll tell you, prosecutors tell me they were nervous. They say David Allen, who pled guilty to second-degree murder last week for killing Bradshaw, had told them he remembered nothing from that night. He surprised prosecutors yesterday on the stand when he told the jury he was the one who was beating Bradshaw, and Mintz even tried to pull him off. But in closing arguments, prosecutor Drew Lewis said Mintz was guilty of first-degree murder because he says the murder was premeditated. He says Allen and Mintz started to beat Bradshaw up in an alley on North Front Street. He says the two men dragged Bradshaw to the back of the alley to finish the job. Now, we caught up with Bradshaw's niece after the verdict. She says she's glad Mintz got first degree, but nothing will bring her uncle back.
Having to listen to what he did to my uncle and the way he treated my uncle and the repeated stomping and beating and kicking of my uncle, it made me deal with it better to know that he's going to have a long time to think about it.
Well, we were very pleased with the jury's verdict. It was a great jury. We had a former chief district court judge, a principal, a nurse. We had a great cross-section of the community that spoke today, and they spoke with a unified voice. And they said that this defendant was guilty of first-degree murder, and he'll now spend the rest of his life in prison.
Now, as you just heard from District Attorney Ben David, Mintz will serve life in prison without the possibility of parole. Now, I'll tell you, Jim, he showed a little emotion in court, but after he was sentenced, he did hang his head down. For now, back to you.
All right, Casey, what about everyone else in the courtroom? Was there much emotion, or was it very quiet and calm?
After that first-degree murder verdict, Mintz's family all were shocked and gassed all together, so it was pretty shocking.
All right, Casey Gomer, live in downtown Wilmington. Thanks for that, Casey. Police in Jacksonville are investigating a double homicide. Two Camp Lejeune Marines were shot to death. The bodies of 20-year-old Amanda Carruthers and 19-year-old Jordan Barrow were found yesterday on a walkway near the home they were renting. Both were with the 2nd Supply Battalion. A neighbor says the pair had only lived in the home for a few weeks. Police have arrested a man they say held up a bank earlier this week. They tracked down Jacob Harrelson this morning on Van Campen Boulevard in Wilmington. He's accused of robbing the Waccamaw Bank on South Carr Avenue earlier this week. Now, you might remember these surveillance pictures from the bank showing the robber dressed in an unusual camouflage and a camouflage-style hat. Harrelson is now charged with armed robbery. Right now it's time for our first forecast. Chief Meteorologist George Elliot. George, nice summer weather out there.
Yeah, typical summer stuff. We have a couple thunderstorms out there. We'll check out that radar in a moment. And we have that low pressure offshore, which is still not a tropical depression. That's good news. And with those scattered clouds, we have some spot storms, as I mentioned, in the 80s. Pretty muggy and warm stuff mid-August. Dropping into the upper 70s by 9 o'clock or so with a northeast wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Latest on the radars, latest in the tropics, latest on your weekend forecast. In just a couple minutes, Jim.
All right, thank you, George. We're just a few days away from the start of the school year, and so today, principals are getting a lesson that could pay off in calmer classrooms. They're learning how to keep gangs out. WECT's Kim Gebbia reports there is some reason to be worried.
The people who monitor gangs show off evidence that they're here, crossing county lines and into schools.
A lot of things that we see here, graffiti related on some of our bridges, are also emulated in Pender. Some of our gang members that live in New Hanover County will cross those boundaries and commit crimes in other counties.
The region's gang task force says gang activity does not seem to be increasing, but they want educators in Brunswick, New Hanover, and Pender counties to know what happens on the streets can end up in their halls. The new task force is training teachers and staff to stop gang activity before it ever starts. So when hundreds of students fill these halls in just a few weeks, they'll know exactly what to look for.
It's educating us on common gang symbols, some of the active gangs that are in this area, common items that students are wearing, so that we'll be aware that when we see a student who might be showing some signs of gang activity, that we can intervene early.
This training video shows exactly what a student could hide underneath those baggy shirts and low-riding pants, handguns, knives, and even a pump shotgun. By teaming up with sheriffs and schools, 3 counties are uniting to help teens and keep the hallways gang-free. In Wilmington, Kim Gebbia, WECT News.
Now, we want to tell you the task force is holding a community resource meeting tomorrow to encourage other area businesses and counselors to help teens who might be tempted by gangs. A new bill signed into law today could help local law enforcement officers keep an eye on sex offenders. Detectives with the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office say it's too soon to tell how those laws will affect their efforts to keep track of offenders. Changes include GPS monitoring for serious offenders, registration fees, and restrictions barring offenders from living too close to child care centers. Legislators hope the laws give residents a greater sense of security. Organizers of a controversial beach party banned from Masonboro Island did find a way to hold the event anyway, and if you didn't know about it, well, you weren't alone. The yearly party was supposed to be held on Masonboro Island, but the state blocked that plan. The promoters changed the location to Carolina Beach and then abruptly canceled it altogether. At least that's what they wanted the public to think. The party did take place on Carolina Beach's north end last weekend in secret. About 60 to 70 partiers there, so not that big a secret. Organizer Jason Lee says he wanted it to be private to keep uninvited guests out. He says the smaller crowd let him focus on cleaning up after the party ended.
After it was over, we all cleaned up the beach around our area. We were pulling trash cans out for the machine to pick up. You know, we kept it nice. You know, we even picked up trash that wasn't ours.
Lee says he wants to hold that party again next year and plans to make it free. The party was originally moved from Masonboro Island for environmental reasons. Now, one man is launching a campaign to protect Wrightsville Beach, or at least some of its most special residents. Rick Catlin will soon post stickers reading, "Litter can kill, please share the planet," on 150 trash cans at Wrightsville Beach. Catlin decided to start the campaign after hearing that a rare Kemp's Ridley sea turtle had died from eating a straw. Catlin says he hopes people will see the stickers and think about the consequences of littering.
Kind of appealing to the goodness in human nature, hopefully, and if we can get people to be aware of what's happening and what litter can do to other parts of the environment, then maybe they'll do better.
Now, 1,000 of those stickers are being printed. Catlin hopes they'll spread to other beaches once they are released. We got to make this very clear. We don't do it here, not even for a minute, but evidently some workers are actually goofing off. A new survey says there's goofing aplenty. We asked some local workers and employers if that's true. Their answers, truthful answers, in 2 minutes on WECT, where hard work comes first.
Closed captioning on WECT is brought to you by these sponsors.
My Dixie Stampede is ready for another exciting year. Just take a look.
The Dixie Stampede is a musical extravaganza of sight and sound, centered on a friendly North-South rivalry. As the spectacular unfolds right before your eyes, your meal is choreographed right into the show. The stirring patriotic grand finale features an original soundtrack by Dolly herself.
See what I mean? It's the most fun place to eat in Myrtle Beach. I guarantee it.
Style. Performance. Quality. Convenience. Support. Peace of mind. The Braun Intervan and Ramp Van. Access to the world.
Call Van Product of Wilmington today at 793-5661.
There are some choice reasons to buy your next car at the all-new Capital Car Choice. Truly the best way to buy a car. Over 2,000 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Many certified with a 6-year, 75,000-mile warranty. All with zero down. All starting under 10 grand. Payments as low as $200 a month. Rates from 5.9%. Credit issues? You will drive today. The all-new Capital Car Choice. It's your car. Now it's your choice.
Now, Francis Weller, Jim Hatchett, Chief Meteorologist George Elliot, and Bob Bonner. This is WECT News at 6, voted Best Newscast by the RTN DAC.
An honest day's work for an honest day's pay. Well, that was before the internet. Now it appears a day's work includes plenty of time spent on anything but work. WECT's Joe Kiley on a new survey about what really goes on at the office.
At offices around the country, the seconds are turning into wasted time. A survey released by internet provider America Online shows that the average person admits to wasting more than 2 hours during the workday. The people we spoke to in downtown Wilmington aren't shocked that computers and other distractions dominate the day.
For the typical, clerical type of office worker, that is their window to the outside world, and it's easy to get lost in it.
I've been working for quite a few years, and I've seen quite a bit of slacking off in all of those years. And I think it really is just getting worse.
The survey says that almost 50% of workers waste their time online, surfing the web, and playing games. Other time wasters include socializing and conducting personal business. This culture of slacking is one that even Hollywood has celebrated. With all the time spent not working, what is a boss left to do?
Almost every employee that I have has come from a very structured corporate environment where corporate just got tighter and tighter.
Rod Flincham says being the boss at the Wilmington ad agency, Colonial Marketing, is not about constantly monitoring the work of his employees.
They know what their projects are, what they have to do, what their deadlines are. There's not everyone rings the bell at 9 o'clock and walks in the door.
And with all the distractions created by technology, some actually use the equipment to get work done.
You can always find something on here that you can utilize and use versus that you're just sitting there, wasting your time, something you're using to your benefit.
But as the survey details, just because we're always connected to the office, that doesn't mean that's how time is being spent. In Wilmington, Joe Kiley, WECT News.
Experts say some slight goofing off at work may be a good thing. They call it creative waste. Productive business strategies often develop out of casual conversations and web surfing. All right, George, creative waste. I like the sound of that.
Like I said to Kim earlier, I did a lot of that today, and I have no forecast for you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Spent the whole day goofing off.
Yeah, I was furnishing my new office there. I got a nice lounge.
Is that right? So if we just tell people 90 at night and 90 during the day, 70s at night, partly cloudy, that'll
stick with the 90
cover it?
at 90 at night, I've got a job for you. Thank you very much. We'll look at that radar, see where the showers are, and closer to 70 tonight, I bet.
Okay.
In department stores, you'd expect to pay $200 for a suit like this. But during the S&K anniversary sale, these suits are 2 for $200. Buy any 2 Roberto Bellini wrinkle-resistant dress shirts and get 1 free. But hurry, the S&K anniversary sale ends soon.
You shouldn't have to empty your bank account to fill your home with the things you love. And during the Buy More and Save More sale at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you won't. Because when you buy one piece of furniture, you'll save 5%. Buy 2 pieces, save 10%. Buy 3 pieces and save 15%. Plus, look for additional savings throughout the store. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Stop in today.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going. 4 County Electric is here for you, working around the clock to provide you with highly reliable electric services, not just during storms, but all year long. Our knowledgeable employees use modern and up-to-date equipment to keep your power on.
The goal of our employees is delivering quality customer service through ethical business practices. We do this every day so you can trust your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
It's S&K's anniversary sale. Now get 2 sharp-looking suits like these for only $200. You might expect to pay $200 for one of these suits at a department store. Plus, buy any blazer and get a free pair of slacks. Don't miss S&K's anniversary sale.
Get your accurate First Alert forecast any time of the day. Log on to WECT.com. WECT News is where news comes first on the web.
See that, Tribute? We're stars.
But we're still just $0 down $99 a month like every vehicle at Stevenson Mazda.
I know. $0 down, $99 a month.
Mazda 3 Tribute. Any vehicle, $0 down, $99 a month. Bad credit, no credit. At Stevenson Mazda, our approval rate is tremendous. Call 1-800-NEW-IMPORT.
Hi, I'm Pat Kabbalah. Come test drive a new Mazda today at Stevenson Mazda on Market Street in Wilmington.
Denise Basic is a real Geico customer, not a paid celebrity. So to help tell her story, we hired a celebrity.
It was Thanksgiving night when I accidentally hit a deer.
Whoa, look out, look out!
I called Geico expecting to get a recording, but someone was there to help me.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Geico got my claim in the works right away, and I was actually able to enjoy my Thanksgiving.
Mashed potatoes, gravy, and cranberry sauce. Woo!
Geico. Real service, real savings.
Voted best weathercast by the Associated Press. Your First Alert digital Doppler forecast from Chief Meteorologist George Elliot.
First Alert digital Doppler radar. Showers offshore, low pressure there. It's not a tropical depression yet. Still has the potential, but not bothering us at all. We have some isolated storms, northern Horry County up to the north and east from western Pender County. Let's zero in on some of this action. It's just isolated, nothing too terribly widespread or heavy, anything like that. North of Tabor City and south of Tabor City, those are some heavy showers. And as you can see in the southeastern corner of Bladen County, extreme southern sections of Sampson County. That's really about it for significant potential thunder shower activity. More offshore associated with that low pressure circulating out there, and a little bit more farther north and west. However, a lot of dry air and some sinking air on the west periphery of this low pressure area keeps most of the thunder shower activity at bay. More dry air to the north will be spilling southward, so even if this does develop, it may enhance a thunder shower going through tomorrow, but then get mixed up in the winds in the upper atmosphere and probably fizzle away. That's what we hope will happen. That's the best bet of what we think will happen. A wider perspective shows showers and thunderstorms, typical summery kind of stuff across the southeast, not widespread, and a lot of dry air up to the north, and we'll tap some of that as well. Not only today in the mid-levels, but more so tomorrow into Friday. Here's your 85 in Wilmington on the hour. So pretty warm today. Hit 91 in Wilmington, at least briefly. Still 90 in Whiteville on the hour. So warm, humid stuff, typical August kind of pattern across the area. 91, 66 briefly in Wilmington this morning. Most areas a couple degrees warmer, actually. Tomorrow, mid to high 70s early in the day, mid to upper 80s in the afternoon hours. Spot thunder showers possible once again. Northeast wind at 5 to 15 miles an hour. And I don't think there'll be widespread rains. Next couple of days, just spot thunderstorms, provided that tropical system doesn't blow up into something. It doesn't look like it will. And if it develops some more, it probably won't last too long. And just spot storms around. And Saturday, probably none. And then Sunday, a couple around again into next week. That's with another cold front coming in from the north and west by early next week. So for this evening, a few showers, thunder showers out there, not widespread, warm and humid stuff. Tomorrow morning, clouds and, we'll say partly cloudy overall. Maybe a little shower here and there in the morning hours. Northeast wind, high humidity. And going through the day, not a lot of cloud cover, clouds and sun mixed. Spotty shower, thunder shower, not out of the question. And you can see that bluer sky, north and west. Well, it's a lot drier to our north and west for tomorrow. So the farther from the coast and interior counties, the drier it gets. Same picture for Friday. Tonight, spot thunder shower possible mainly before midnight. Upper 60s to lower 70s and kind of humid. Spot thunderstorms with the mid to upper 80s tomorrow. Again, for your Thursday, northeast wind at 5 to 15. Northeast along the coast, 2 to 4 foot seas. Waters around 81 degrees. Low 80s for the water temperatures, including that area where that low pressure is. Mid to upper 80s, a little warmer inland tomorrow. And lows around 70. Lows around 70.
70.
Highs closer to the 80s, around 90. But nothing widespread severe weather or anything like that. So looking good still in the tropics overall. We're not going far. I hope you don't either. So don't doodle. We'll be back with sports.
I was asked by a girl, how does it feel to be fat? I took that kind of hard, and I decided to lose weight. My mom and my dad, they helped me a lot. They got all these recipes and exercises and stuff from Blue Cross. I started to eat healthier and play outside instead of watching TV. I've lost 15 pounds, and I think that's a really great start. It made me feel good.
Morning, Sandy.
Morning.
Hey, did you know that roaches can carry up to 40 different types of disease-causing bacteria? Like the big ones under your fridge.
I'm calling Terminix.
What does your home know that you don't? Find out with our free online home assessment at TerminixProtection.com.
Newark puts you behind the wheel with the best deals on new Chryslers and Jeeps. With Daimler Chrysler, you get the finest American design combined with exceptional German engineering. And now, Chrysler announces employee pricing. This month, you can buy these vehicles at the same price as a 30-year Chrysler employee can. Plus, you can get 0% financing. And to top it all, you get a 30-day buyback guarantee at Neuworth Chrysler Jeep, 219 South College Road, where you come first, guaranteed.
Morning, Sandy.
Morning.
Hey, did you know that roaches can carry up to 40 different types of disease-causing bacteria? Like the big ones under your fridge.
I'm calling Terminix.
What does your home know that you don't? For the ultimate protection more families rely on, call 1-800-TERMINX.
You're watching WECT News, the recipient of 19 Journalism Awards. WECT News, where news comes first.
It's amazing what people can do when they're confident in their equipment. Think about that. Then you build a range of turbocharged performance sedans with legendary Volvo safety. The Volvo S60s.
Lease unloaded 2006 S60 2.5T Volvo with zero cash down, zero out-of-pocket, zero surprises. Only at Parkway Volvo Market Street.
You can come home to paradise, pick up your feet and relax tonight. Casual elegance, comfort too. Carolina Beach Furniture has it for you. We can help you make your home look great. Come on and give us a call or drop by today. Carolina Beach Furniture, the fun place to shop.
Now, the Coastal Carolina's most watched sportscast, WECT Sports, with Bob Bunner.
To say that this season didn't go according to plan, it would be an understatement for the Wilmington Hammerheads. But 4 years ago, David Irving did have a plan when he brought on Chris Bagley. So far, it's paid dividends. And after leading his team in scoring, Bags named to the United Soccer League's second division all-league team today. It's the first such honor for Bagley, who tied for second in the league with goals of 10. That, by the way, a third of the team's total for this season. Overall, Bagley ranked third in the league in scoring. And when the season ended just last week, Bagley joined the Rochester Rhinos of the first division. Defender Kevin Nyland, midfielder George Corey, well, they each were named to the second team. On campus, the UNCW women's soccer team will wrap up its exhibition schedule tonight against Duke. Monday night, the team earned a 1-1 draw against 6th-ranked North Carolina. Tonight's game will be a family affair for Seahawks sophomore Abby Church. Her dad, well, Robbie, the head coach of the Duke Blue Devils. Duke returns 5 of its top 6 scores from last year, and according to soccerbuzz.com, has the third best recruiting class in the entire country. Kickoff from UNCW is set for 7 o'clock. And summer school now over for Kevin Hall. He's been in Spartanburg, South Carolina for the past 3 days covering Panthers camp. What Kevin learned is Steve Smith isn't talking to the media, but he's letting his play do the talking. Smith hit the practice field for the first time in 17 days yesterday, making plenty of aggressive cuts, showing off why he led the entire NFL in receiving last year. Smith might not be talking, but others and teammates pretty much talking about it.
It's good. We can get our chemistry down, Steve and I, in terms of the way we, our running styles and how we need to mesh on certain routes and route combinations, because we'll be near each other a lot.
He has that competitive drive inside that he wants to be the best, even if it's practice or a game. But and that's what makes him good. And hopefully, young guys see that.
Bill Cowher has ended contract negotiations with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Super Bowl champion head coach's decision not to sign an extension has led to a lot of speculation on his future, some of it now leaning towards him coaching at his alma mater, NC State, one day. Cowher purchased a $2 million home in Raleigh. His wife and daughter will live there during the NFL season. Cowher still owns a home on Bald Head Island here locally. Another former member of the Wolfpack is in the news for all the wrong reasons. Corin Robinson arrested last night on suspicion of drunken driving and fleeing from police. Robinson's car was clocked at more than 100 miles per hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. He received a 4-game suspension in 2004 for violations of league substance abuse policy. That was when he was in Seattle. Now he was cut pleading guilty and just recently signed a 3-year deal with Minnesota that included a $5.5 million guaranteed signing bonus. Here's even more news from NC State, or lack of news. Point guard Jamel McMillan following Herb Sendek to Arizona State. Sendek recruited McMillan when he was at State. McMillan, the son of former NC State standout Nate McMillan. Keeping with the basketball theme, former Bobcat Lonnie Baxter arrested about 2 blocks from the White House after shots were fired from a vehicle. According to police, 2 spent casings were in plain sight when he was pulled over, and the vehicle's passenger was carrying a gun without a license. Police not sure why the gun was discharged. Baxter let go by the Bobcats at the end of last season. He signed a 1-year deal with an Italian squad. And in case you missed it last night, news came across that Trot Nixon visited a hospital where he was treated for an elbow infection. It's the same R that sent him to the disabled list on July 31st, but manager Terry Francona says it will not keep him out of the lineup. He is expected to return next week, and will return next to wrap up the newscast.
Through Saturday, it's Brunswick County's authorized automotive disposal program at Neighbor Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Credit difficulties, late credit card payments, drive home the same day from only $109 a month. $109 a month. Prices from just $39.99. That's $39.99. Over 15 manufacturers, 400 vehicles from $109, $99, $89, even $79 a month. Neighbor Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Charlotte on Bypass 17. Wouldn't you rather do business with a neighbor?
Here's something new from the company that's doing wireless differently. It's a good one. Check it out.
Everyone knows studying is better with tunes, so get back to class with a new beat. Now with Suncom, you can download songs from Napster Mobile to these hot music phones and your PC. Over 2 million songs at just $2 a tune, and 2 ways to download, only from Suncom. It's everything you need to study in style.
We're Suncom, and we get it.
Does this digital phone service include a live calling feature?
Absolutely.
And a local calling?
Of course.
What about long distance?
Everything's included.
Free babysitting?
No, but it can save you money.
Home phone service from Time Warner Cable comes with unlimited calling and more, all for one low monthly price.
Let's say I move to Canada. Can my family call me there?
As much as they want.
Can that be turned off?
Get more and pay less. Call and order Time Warner Cable's home phone service today.
Hey folks, we're in the 06 clearance zone here at Big Number 1 Capital Ford of Wilmington, and this is just a small sampling of the hundreds of new Fords that must be sold by the end of this month. Save 15, 20, even 25% off original MSRP. F-Series, Ranger, Explorer, Fusion, Focus, Mustang, Expedition, and more. Discounts up to $12,000. Folks, don't miss this. Big Number 1 Capital Ford of Wilmington.
It's time for answers and questions where age doesn't matter, but IQ does. On week 1 of the Jeopardy Teen Tournament.
Weeknights at 7:30 on WECT.
After last week's security scare, companies are now trying to develop machines that will help find concealed explosive liquids. We'll show you how tomorrow on Carolina in the Morning.
Get together with your mom and enjoy all the fun. It's Wheel of Fortune's Mom and Me Week from Denver.
Weeknights at 7 on WECT.
It's time to announce our next Six Picks finalist. Is there a drummer in the house? Aha, thank you very much. James Camp of Wilmington, the lucky winner tonight. This picture of Frying Pan Towers has earned him a shot at a $100 prize. We'll announce the winner every weekday during the 6 o'clock newscast from September 1st through the 8th. Each winner receives $100, may be featured in the 2007 WECT Collector's Calendar. So stay with us and good luck and bring in those photos. You guys like the drummer?
I did.
Yeah.
I know him personally.
Not so bad. All right, NBC Nightly News is next. Have a good night.